All day in the pocket and delivers a strike. Equanimous St. Brown has a step, breaks a tackle. How's that to start things off for the Fighting Irish?
Hard to get off to a better start than you did with the 79-yard catch and run by Equanimous.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great split of the defenders. They were in cover one, so the middle of the field was closed. But, you know, EQ used some great speed, got through the defender, and again, a great way. You know, on a noon start, you always worry about getting off to that, you know, good start. And offensively, we were rolling right out of the gates.
First Syracuse possession, it reminded me of taking on a triple option team. Clearly, that first drive by Syracuse, your guys were having a little trouble adjusting to the speed of their offense.
Yeah, it was the speed, and it was also the recognition of some sets. You know, they were in some no-back sets, and we did not get some of the checks made that needed to be made, and so we were vulnerable in some middle read passes that they had. So it took us a series to get them on the sideline, make some adjustments. We were able to make up for that in the next couple of series.
In a 50-point game, this may be forgotten, but Syracuse didn't get the momentum they wanted after their first touchdown because Jerron Jones blocked another extra point and Cole Luke returned it for 2 more.
Yeah, and the effort by the blocking downfield, I think, you know, Julian Love was you know, instrumental in getting Cole Luke. I gave Cole a hard time. I said it took about 15 seconds for you to score on that play. We needed to hold a lot of blocks, but that's the second time we've returned a blocked extra point. That's just the extra effort, you know, that you need, and those were 2 big points, and it definitely made a difference.
Now, fans across the country thought it was fun to watch. It was a shootout. Syracuse answered with a touchdown, and then you come right back with the 93-yard C.J. Sanders kickoff return for touchdown.
And beautifully executed. We had a great look at it earlier, and I thought we missed the seam, and so we had a little conversation on the sideline that if we did the same thing, executed it, held our blocks, that there'd be a nice seam for him. He did a nice job of winding it, setting it up, and then hitting the seam. It was a beautifully executed play.
Now, Syracuse scored one more time, a long drive that started in the first quarter, ended early in the second quarter, but until the fourth quarter, when a penalty helped them extend a drive, that was their last extended drive of the game.
Yeah, a lot of 3 and outs, and I think what I liked about it was our third down production was outstanding. We got off the field on third down. I thought we did a great job of you know, stopping the run and then forcing them into some predictable things on third down. And we mixed up our coverage as well. We played above the cut. In other words, we kept the ball in front of us. It's the kind of defense that we want to see and continue to work towards being that kind of defense that can disrupt the ball and get off the field on third down.
Kaiser off play action, looking for the home run, out in front, drops it in perfectly to the freshman, Kevin Stefferson, for a walk-in touchdown.
2 more big scores in the third quarter. The first one, you had it earlier in the game, and Kaiser overthrew it a little bit, but the 54-yard pass to Kevin Stefferson.
Yeah, we had it earlier. We knew we were going to get it again. We just had to wait for the right opportunity. It's a play-action pass, and it was called on first down, which we were a heavy run on first down. We went back to the play-action on first down. The corner got his eyes inside. We got outside him, and great throw, great catch.
You said publicly Dexter Williams has to be on the field more, and he proved it on just a spectacular 59-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, we wanted to get the ball outside, and they angled right into the run and didn't have a good look, reversed his field, got a nice block from Deshaun Kaiser, and the rest is athleticism. He took it all the way to the house. It was a nice run by Dexter.
Now, you only scored 3 points in the fourth quarter, but you put together 2 drives that ate up 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, I think the last drive over 6 minutes. We got into the 4-minute offense. I told our coaches, listen, let's just get into a mode here where we can end this football game. And it got to the point where Syracuse ran the ball on their last possession. And anytime you get a spread offense to decide to run the football to end the game, you know that you effectively have done your job.
TV caught one of the more athletic and physical chest bumps by an assistant coach ever in Greg Hudson. What role did he play this week? How did he fit in? How did he help your defense?
He helped with the energy and the enthusiasm. He doesn't obviously have a full grasp of what we're doing defensively. We left that to Mike Elston, and Mike did a great job of really putting things together behind the scenes. But it's not just about the X's and the O's, although that was a very important role that Mike fulfilled for us. And he deserves a lot of credit. Greg really needed to bring the energy, the passion, the enthusiasm back to our group, and they all worked very, very well together.
What are you most pleased about the way your team handled the week leading into the Syracuse game and the game itself?
It's sometimes you got to handle adversity, and we had some adversity. You know, anytime you have a void of leadership and some new people are coming in, they have to help in that void, and I think our kids showed great maturity, and they went to work. They did everything we asked them to do. So I think that's probably what I was most proud of. They showed great maturity, great poise, and then went out and played the game and executed in a manner that allowed us to win.
Have you determined in your head what your theme's going to be for this team this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think more than anything else, this is a team that has to play with heart. It's got to play with that, you know, one heartbeat. Everybody's playing together. If we do that and have some fun and understand that, you know, we've got to play better football as a whole in all phases, but play with heart, play with one heartbeat, we'll be in pretty good shape.